Start out by just giving me your name.
I'm Linda Meggs.
Okay, Linda, when you came in, what was your problem? Why did you come to me?
I was desperate for help. My body was hurting really bad. I could hardly function. I had become very non-functional when I was always doing everything, kind of like a buzzsaw.
In the past?
In the past,
Yeah.
yes. And my body just kept going down, physically and emotionally and mentally. I was having trouble with my memory.
Okay. Now, you had been diagnosed with?
Fibromyalgia.
Okay. Fibromyalgia.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I've seen a number of people and had the pleasure of working with many folks that have fibromyalgia.
Mm-hmm.
But what did you try before you came to me to get help? As far as, did you go to a medical doctor?
I've been to a lot of good medical doctors, and I've been to one other chiropractor who specialized in, well, actually a couple who specialized in alternative methods, and worked with them, and they were very good. But it seems like nothing would come together for me. One would do one thing and one would do another, and no one actually guided me where I needed to go. You have to understand, when you're sick, you don't have the ability to mentally and emotionally pull it together. You need someone to help you.
That's right. So your thought process is a little sluggish,
Yes.
to say the least, when you're sick and in pain
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
Okay, so you went to some medical doctors and maybe got some results, but not better completely.
I never, in fact, if they gave me a prescription and I took the medicine, it seemed like medicine made my whole situation worse, because my body just didn't like a lot of medication.
Mm-hmm. You had a horrible experience with statin drugs, didn't you?
I did. I've had trouble with cholesterol all my life, actually. Well, since I was an adult. And so I'm under the care of a cardiologist, and some years back, 3 or 4 years back, they put me on, well, 5 years actually, they put me on statin drugs. And that was the beginning of, seemed like, my demise, my downfall.
Mm-hmm.
And
although you had been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, how many, it was almost, what, 18 years ago? Or
1990.
1990.
1990.
That's 20 years ago. And
Mhm.
this was, and the statin situation was something that happened 5 years ago.
About that.
Yeah.
Approximately
Mhm.
5 years ago. And I kept telling my cardiologist that I can't take these. I hurt so badly. Even worse, I hurt from the fibromyalgia, but the statin drugs, I was just like, And I got to the point, my cardiologist says, if you don't take them, you're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I can't take them. They're killing me. And he became very angry with me. But I got off of them because I thought I was going to die one way or the other.
One way or the other, yeah.
Right. So I got off of them. And I started like taking, the Levasa and vitamins and trying to watch what I ate to help control my cholesterol. But that's still a challenge for me.
Sure. Well, when you came here, you had the fibromyalgia was your diagnosis that's what you brought in with you. We did a complete blood panel, we did an adrenal stress index, we did a stool sample, all of that, and then started a course of care. And what's happening now? What kind of good things are going on?
Well, a lot of wonderful things. I'm much better. Also here, we have to remember I had a really bad back situation, low lumbar, the disc generation, cervical, thoracic. My left side, I hurt constantly because of the way my back was so misaligned. I'm sure that's what it was, because it's so much better. I'm sorry.
We did the spinal decompression.
Yeah, we did the spinal decompression.
Which
I am so
helps
much
that,
better. I
yeah.
am so much better.
We did exercise as well.
I drink the alkaline water.
Okay, yeah.
And what I've seen happen to me, first of all, I'm not in near the pain that I was. I sleep much better at night. I lie down in the middle of the day and rest a while, which has helped. I have so much less pain. My mind is much clearer. I'm 68 years old, so but my mind, my thinking is much clearer. I can do more. I'm just so much better. My skin, even though I do not have perfect skin, but I can tell. But when I first started coming here, it was like grayish and chalky looking. And that's the reason I thought there's something bad wrong with me, because I can just tell by looking at my skin. And since I have been coming to you, it's been about 5 weeks. And disregarding the beauty of the skin, because I have blotches and splotches, but the texture of the color of my skin,
looks
so
healthy.
It's so much better.
It looks healthy.
It does. And I'm just thrilled. I'm still moving forward.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I've been coming back. This is about 6 weeks.
We've got a ways to go. How about your energy?
Much better. Much better. And one thing I've noticed, and I hadn't told you this extreme heat, remember I told you last summer about died? It's like my body would just be so hot, and I would just be miserable. And I've never been like that. I explained to my medical doctor that I felt like I was having hot flashes, as women describe hot flashes when you're going through the change. So my body's burning up. And so he didn't seem to know what to do. And when I came to Dr. Dailey, I told him, I said, this heat just absolutely kills me. And I'm just non-functional. I have to stay in, I have to stay quiet and so forth. And my blood pressure, my systolic, my top number was kicking up. And so this summer, and now, right now, I started off that way this summer, but now I'm tolerating the heat much better. My body's not like burning up. And like Friday, I was out in the heat, and that night I didn't feel bad. Everything was fine. I had a busy day. And before, I couldn't have done what I did Friday. Carried my husband to the doctor. I went to see my mom, who's in assisted living. Then we went out to eat, and then we got home about 8 o'clock. And so, and I'd come to you that morning. And so I just had I could never have done that 5 weeks ago.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
What a blessing.
Yeah.
So someone that has fibromyalgia, or someone who has a thyroid issue, someone who's suffering from a chronic condition, would you suggest that they try natural health and wellness, this kind of functional medicine that we use here?
At this point, I can only speak from the last 5 or 6 weeks. It's just been an eye-opening experience. It's amazing how these alternative methods have worked with no side effects.
Yes.
See, no side effects of drugs. And I even had a medical doctor tell me, because I was, there was an issue with side effects, and he says, Linda, he says, nowadays medicine is so potent. He said, all of these drugs are coming out so potent. My body will not tolerate them. I could not take Fosamax, could not take the statin drugs. My body just like dies on me. And when I was on the statin drugs early on, when I had some of them, eventually I got to the point I couldn't even sit up. And my brain function was like dying.
Very foggy.
Oh, it was worse than, I couldn't function. And I had a very responsible job for 25 years. I was always just like that. And I became non-functional. My friends didn't know what was wrong with me. Everybody thought I was mad. I was like dying.
So the side effects of functional medicine or nutritional medicine is sleeping better, more energy, clearer skin. I mean, because really those are side effects in a way, because you came because of the fibromyalgia, the muscle pain, and all of that. So I do appreciate you taking a few minutes and encouraging others and really sharing your personal experience, because that's all you can do. That doesn't guarantee results for everyone, But you're a real person with a real problem that's actually been struggling with this for almost 20 years.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you're finding the relief that
Yes.
you've been looking for.
Yes.
And what we'll do is, as we progress, we'll continue to keep video testimonials so we can share them with people. But thank you very much.
You're welcome.